If I bleed tonight, if I am sad tonight, I don't have a job to find. And if I work tonight, if I'm so tired tonight, I'll fall asleep when I'm home.
Good. Yeah, good. Good morning and welcome to the Dark Mom Consortium for November the 18th, 2019. Yeah, I have no idea what day it is. And there's an Ed in Discord. Hi, Ed.
Good morning, Mom.
How are you?
I was lurking.
Lurking is good. I was making coffee. And then I was figuring out what the heck to do this morning. I got up a little early. I slept about 2 hours last night, 3 hours last night. No, night before last, because the dogs decided it would be really a good idea to bark outside for 5.5 hours during the middle of the night. So I didn't sleep well. So I went to bed at 6:30 last night. I thought, I'll just sleep till like 2. I woke up at 4. So definitely a coffee morning. How are you doing?
Oh, quite fine.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that. I'm trying to finish up some of these dilithium mining thingies.
Yeah, I doing my my dilithium stuff soon.
Well, I thought I had until like 8 o'clock today to do them, and I'm looking at the timer, and they all kind of went into cooldown around 5, which is a good thing.
Yeah, you have a 20 hours cooldown.
Well, I knew it was a 20-hour. I just, for some reason, thought I started it later yesterday than I really did. Go figure. Who knows? And I was running into that same problem I was telling you about, but it seems to have stopped being an issue. So, if you remember my dilithium mining issue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but seems to have stopped. So I will be happy with what I got in life.
Yeah.
So I have that. I have to do my Brain Network event. What is the event? The breach. But I have to do that around 7 o'clock. So in about an hour and a half. Though who knows, maybe that got screwed up too. Let's take a look there.
Well, I just
hour and 43
things are getting
minutes.
from back from cooldown during these moments, hours, gliffis, minutes, whatever.
Well, it says now it's an hour and 43 minutes, which puts it at like 7 o'clock, a little after 7. And I should be at my office at 7. And you have to think, what's more important, going to work an hour early because you're going to leave an hour early when nobody's going to notice that you're there, or finish this event?
Oh, yay.
And that would be, the event wins today. I can put in an extra hour tomorrow or tonight or whatever.
Okay.
So I actually wound up not doing my endeavors yesterday. I did one of them, but I had Herc attendance. Ugh. And I had something else. Ugh.
125. Yeah. So do I at number 1, and this is 120 is a reroll until you create another Gemhadine Polarant build or the like.
Yeah.
Or go for a torpedo build.
Always good.
Where a combination of discovery and Polarant set gets you to. It's a hybrid where the weapon sets are used to escalate criticality beyond things non-to mortals. that is really one of the most interesting things, and that's a reason for people to like the Gagarin as torpedo ship, actually,
Yes.
because combining many weapons fits well into miracle worker abilities, weapon synergy, or a mixed armament synergy as it's called, plus the mixed bonuses from the Polaron set, plus the crit escalation from the Discovery set. You get a real, you really get a damn good chip.
Well, I'm still thinking seriously
And know
about
what?
adding
I
the
stole all
Gagarin.
that knowledge from DTB.
I saw Tibby was on
He
this
figured
morning.
it out in detail, and yeah, then
We call it sharing, not stealing.
yes, I share your stuff.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Exactly. Exactly.
I share your stuff with me.
Mhm.
Good idea.
Absolutely. It's not plagiarism. It's admiration. Oh, I admire the way you wrote that, so I wrote mine exactly the
Yeah.
same way with the
Or
same
as I
words.
call it, passive sharing.
Quite so. Quite so.
Ah.
I like that term.
Ah.
At least this tune's got her own claims, so I don't have to share them, which makes life a little
Yeah.
easier.
And also, okay, Karl Pla,
Yes.
the old Las Vegas Klingon.
The Las Vegas Klingon.
Yeah. Okay. At the moment, he has a Jem'Hadar engineer goofing around just to collect some of the goodies from Gamma
Oh,
Recruitness. Not much, because I play not much, but okay, that is at least an excuse to log on every day and to refine that stupid mass of dilithium
yeah.
he has amassed, and then the Jem'Hadar will do the same. Reputations at tier 5, purple asteroids for everybody. And yeah, that is just for completeness, and especially my favorite my favorite ship trade for Klingons on interships is now it was 3.3 millions in the exchange
Wow.
this morning. Yeah, from 30 to 50 millions Thursday evening. It dropped now to yes, the regular price that ship trades have coming from the Infinity Box. It's now in the Infinity Box, and that means Karl Pla in his fleet Kurak. Yeah, next upgrade weekend, I upgrade the beams he picked up, because I want to run the Kurak in it's in Beambob Kurak. It means Arbiter on Federation side, Kurak
Ah,
on
okay.
KDF.
Speaking of, it's marked up as being a item upgrade next weekend. I don't know if that's true, but
Yeah, that's in the calendar,
yeah.
and I assume it's true, and I also assume that the unannounced Phoenix event
Yes.
will also happen.
So we will know that on Thursday, I believe.
Yeah. Though, yes, to upgrade cool things you first have to have them.
Yes, one of my tunes got them and forgot to put them back in the shared bank, so we're going to have a talk about housekeeping with my tunes one of these days. If you borrow a toy, put it back.
Yeah.
But I'll probably wind up spending a ton on boxes this time, just because I ran low on upgrades. I had a few left because I wanted to upgrade something for one of our fleet players.
Yeah, for Infinity, when you do strategic box opening, I would really split between a Federation character and a
KDF?
KDF character, and also split, have one of these characters being an engineer and one of these characters being a probably tactician.
Okay.
Because some of these rewards from the box are character bound, and you get stuff according to your faction or profession. When it comes to personal traits, it's character bound and profession specific. When it comes to ship stuff, it's character bound and faction specific. After claiming the stuff,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
tradable. But yes, so they make things unnecessarily complicated.
Yes, it does. So you have to play the odds?
It is essentially dividing by two. That is, I have Midnacht opening boxes, and then for KDF side mostly.
Well, I opened 10 boxes, no, excuse me, 7 boxes this weekend. Not on the air. And did get one VIP mining claim, which I was very happy about. But nothing else really good. Some R&D boxes. And the problem with the R&D is I don't do a lot of R&D anymore.
Turn it into Dilithium.
How do you do that?
First, I have a comfortable transwarp hotspot using the mission Broken Circle. That gets me into close range to our fleet research lab.
Yes.
And there I do the daily mission to a foreign R&D school. That is a pile of two piles of greens and two smaller piles of whites turn into blues and purples, and you get extra dilithium. And during the upgrade weekend with our fleet bonus, 1,920 dilithium per toon.
Wow. I didn't know that. I did not know that. Wow.
Yeah, I have two of these. I picked two transport hotspots for the dilithium weekend. One at DS9 to have a security officer, and one at the near the research lab for the stuff I told you just. And some toons actually learned R&D to complete level 15 for a trade.
Yes.
And others learned R&D to get to 20 for later being able to create upgrades, sell at change, or just because for the
Just
dilithium.
because.
Yeah. So it was my Play Long and Prosper gang. Every day, 50,000 dilithium just by doffing and a little bit R&Ding.
Wow. Wow.
No, I have no mining claims. I just have my little traveling.
Wow. That's pretty damn good.
And it's sometimes it's mining is cool. You get awesome reward, but it also calls your attention, and it feels a bit like work.
Yeah,
This
it
is
does.
just goofing around for extra points.
Well, the regular mining, even on like the R&D weekends, while you get the dilithium for it, it's still 15 minutes easily to do all the 5 mines. So I only do the VIPs unless it's a research weekend and I feel like it. But I realized by the time I hit tune number 11, I can't remember how to do it. It's like brain not work anymore.
Yeah, it's just There have been Dilithium weekends when at number one ran 20 tunes to
Oh,
double mining
oh,
VIP claims. These weekends, mm, yeah, it's Dilithium, yes.
still, that's. I mean, I used to be stupid crazy about getting Dilithium, and now I've found so many ways to play the game and use Dilithium as the side thing by doing the hourly reps. You just have
Yeah,
to make
did
sure
that
that you're playing
yesterday.
games. Yeah.
Yes, Cecilia was doing so yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Just I um I wrote it in our launch
Mm-hmm.
chat already.
Oh, okay.
Cecilia in her lifetime destroyer is a small DPS monster, and yeah, 3 petrals mean a spec point. Picking the right petrals,
Oh, I did do a lot of
and
patrols yesterday, even though I was trying to not play game yesterday and have a real life.
yeah.
But it was
So that
fun.
is, and thing, it feels a bit, you can do that in a team of 2 very well too, where one DPS mate cares for the experience points, and the friend yes gets leveled a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so
I was going through all my.
I have to figure that out. One doing damage and one just playing good company,
It's,
shooting a bit, and that would be something we could try out.
I'd be happy
And
to.
then you can employ Darkthorn as regular help in the evening.
Oh, he'd enjoy going around beating the daylights out of stuff, I'm sure.
I would. That is something I would say. Let's test it.
Sounds good. I would be happy to.
Now looking into endeavors, maybe I can complete. At this moment, I'm running through completing my own dilithium. The dilithium thing I just described it is collect the last 3,000 from each contraband mission and doing one more R&D mission for 2,000 dilithium more. And okay, I have Terrans in the battle zone. Nope. Undine ships or another battle zone. Materials in space.
Materials and
Wrong type of petrol. At number 1, Polaron damage ground. Not the wrong type of action. Dabo, cool, and yeah.
Dabo's
First
not bad.
reroll them Herc.
Dabo's not a bad one.
Yeah, Dabo's a cool one, but 120 Herc is not
Herc attendants or Herc frigates?
Herc attendance.
Oh, that's home.
But there we are. Actually, if you like to check how the stuff works with the petrols, we could try one
We could
set.
do that. If you'd give
I
me...
sent my Morigu because it's plasma damage.
I have plasma damage too. I have to go figure out which one has plasma damage. Let me go pick up this mission. If it's cooled, yeah, it's cooled down. I can do that a little bit later. I don't even know if she's got any stuff with her. Oh, and she's got... Can I do one quick dilithium mine? And then I will... Because then let's see.
I will simple. I will do my R&D hopping.
Okay. All right. Why don't you do your R&D
You do
hopping?
your hopping, and then I would say Federation 3 petrols in a row.
Sounds good. I only have 4 tunes left to do, so this shouldn't take too long.
Yeah, I have 8 or so it takes sufficiently long.
Oh, that's okay. We can chit-chat while you do that. I haven't been doing very much with my Morigu, now my Mogai. For a couple of weeks, I have been taking your advice and focusing on getting one tune done. So I now have 4 of my tunes completely done, 7 to go. Unfortunately, the 7 are not just, finish this, that, or the other. They're complete story arcs that have to be done. But I was looking at my work calendar, and as soon as Thanksgiving's done, our office will go into kind of slow down mode. We begin to lay people off for the season. So I should have some time over the holidays. I realize that's during the winter event, and that's not the time that I normally goof off to play missions, but I got smart. I have, I think, 120 EPO marks on the tunes that do EPO marks.
Yeah.
So I don't have to do the daily races.
Yeah, EPO marks means turn them in for reputation marks where needed.
Yes, exactly. And in the
Oh,
case...
cool, I found some cake.
You found cake?
Yeah, the good old heavy Christmas cake from Dresden.
Aha.
It's yeah, sealed,
Oh, okay.
but sorting things.
Well, I'm looking out. These last few tunes have got the Dilithium mining claims already. They each have like 1 or 2 left at this point, but that's perfect. Such a time saver. My goal is always, make sure everybody has their own. Then you don't have to jump up and down and go and share things. And then I forget that was my goal. So I hear someone coughing, so somebody forgot to put on their suit.
Yeah, that is when you log off.
Yes.
While outdoors, when you then log on, backsuit is off. Yeah.
I do make sure I go back up to the airlock before I log off on each of these.
Survival rule number 1: never log off in open space.
Except on top of Earth space dock. There you don't need your suit. And when you beam back in, you still don't need your suit. But it's an open map. It's just a flat surface, which is kind of depressing because you've got all those cool images that you see from space. They're not there.
Oh.
You know how it's got all the towers and the antenna and stuff up on top? Nope. Nope. Not there. So today I have plasma damage in space. I believe it's plasma. Let's double check that. I have D1 arthropods, plasma damage in space, and 30 Zenkethy ships, on which I'm going to reroll. Because I don't want to do 30 Zenkethy ships in space.
Yeah. Pick what you like, take what you have to, and can suffer, and get rid of the stuff you don't like. Yeah, that's just like an endeavor is kind of it gives you a little bit to do for the day.
Yes, it does.
And the rewards are awesome.
They can be for the little amount of work.
Long-term wise, yeah, long-term wise, best invention since toasted toast.
Okay, guys, I'm here.
I have a little bit cold, so
Well, don't give it to me. Last time somebody had a cold on the internet, they gave it to me.
yeah, I think I have biofilters in the mic.
Oh, good. Always good to hear that. 10 done. Well, 9.5 done, and 2 more to go. This one and 1 more. When I started doing this, I didn't really understand what was going on. This is before I joined the fleet. And I thought, well, if you pick the right one, you'd get more dilithium, not realizing it's just a skill game, not a pick the right one.
Yeah.
For that reason, once I figured it out, I only went to the one that was closest to make it a little bit faster. So this time, since I wasn't under a time emergency, I've got plenty of dilithium. I'm just doing this for extra. I tried each one individually just to see what it looks like and the different cosmetics. A little tourism. The Vlugta Board of Tourism. We had been thinking about doing the bridge of a starship for Vegas this year as our setting. And it occurred.
Oh, that would be
Well, what we had thought to do was do a graphic for the background drape and then make two consoles up front for helm and helmsman and what's the other officer up front?
Navigator?
Thank you, navigator. Brain network. So build two consoles so we'd be able to play with two people at a time, plus we'd have the captain's chair, which would be the main setup, but on a smaller table. We usually have a pretty big table up front, and it's kind of a pain in the butt because it slows people down getting down. It's only 10 feet across. It's not a ton of space. But if we share a space with somebody else, or we get a double space, which is a viable option, we could move around much more comfortably and talk with people. There it is. And let's get that last one started here. So I've actually been mining on and off for close to an hour to get all 11 tunes done. And it's not the mining that takes time, it's the switching back and forth, and when I don't have individual claims, the sharing of the claims.
Yeah, that is something one can do in advance.
Or you can
Account bank. Everyone picks his 6 claims for a week and uses the claim to pick the mission. Just have it there.
Well, how do
and
I...
when Dilithium a week and beeps in, do 2 beams in a row first day.
Right. How do you share them, though? Aside from going up and back, how do you apportion like 6 to each person?
Account bank. Each tune picks 6.
But how do you do that? I mean, because
the claims are account bound.
Yes, I understand that. How do they take 6 when there's a pile of 14?
Just right-click on the stack, press Control button, right-click on the stack to move it, and then split the stack.
Okay, I didn't know there was I knew that you could right-click, but it wasn't working, but I didn't know it was Control right-click. Aha. Thank you. So I'm just about done with Run. What would be, and I think I'll do weapons for the second section of the book. What else do you think is absolutely imperative for somebody who's just learning ground mechanics besides how to move and how to fire their weapons? And a little basics about the weapons.
In my experience, I can ground 2 ways. I can play kit module heavy.
Okay. Kit modules.
That is pressing kit abilities to escalate damage or even just to create damage.
Okay.
That is method 1. Method 2 is, have some nice kit modules as extra clickies and hope that the weapon does enough damage, so to say. That is the way I started the game. And you can have 2 setups. 3 actually. Setup number 1 goes for armor and kit module and kit that raise your basic weapon damage massively. And have some nice toys to click on when you remember that you have them. Like, for example, that's like, it's weapon does most damage, and when you're busy playing, targeting things and the like, it's would be cool when the kit stuff is not absolutely so to say necessary, and you can optimize for that way, going for plasma wide angle beam,
Mm-hmm.
the good old thing from Mark 1 up from the NPC in Dyson Sphere, upgrade to Mark 15, and mostly it will end up very rare at least. Then have the kit, the kit from Sailor's Uneasy Allies, and have armor and shield from Mirrors and Smoke Mission,
Yeah, but
which
these are new
gives
players.
you flat. It gives you 40% plasma damage in that setup.
Yeah, but for a new player, they're not going to
40%
have.
more
They're
damage.
not going to be that far
So
along. I mean, if you're just starting, you're going to get your basic kit, and you're going to get a basic kit module. As I think some of the drops, right, in the first couple games.
yeah, something are drops, and it's then the many kit modules in game. There are, and then it goes to the pick the kit modules from drops, pick some nice, learn about them, get someone which are just useful by using them once. For example, the for tacticians, the photon torpedo spread from temporal.
Yeah.
That is a nice thing. Or even the okay, the good old plasma grenade. If you really yeah, it helps a bit. All those it's like okay, the kits are the kit stuff is extra and weapon does main task. So that is most easy to understand. If you are equipped that way, you at least have a good an acceptable stand in missions and the like, and yeah, do not look you do not look that bad. It's just then when it goes to variant 2 is to play kit heavy, where you pick the 3 pieces set from Survivor, giving you kit performance, pick a nasty set of kit modules working together, and then the weapon is doing the extra, and the kit modules are creating hell of trouble for folks. That is a good way, works excellent for scientists who do damage by scientific stuff or do healing by scientific stuff. It's excellent for engineers either calling drones or setting up turrets and mines, both things kit reliant. And it's cool for tacticians taking the right damage buff modules, combining with some extra stuff, and yeah, wreak havoc. That's part 2. Now, same approach again. Now, look in your kit itself, the kit frame.
Mm-hmm.
It should be KPerf 2,
Yes.
kit performance times 2, and and then you go for Burnham's armor, you go for Nakul shield, and a secondary for Nakul weapon from temporary something. That gives you criticality and stuff. So you have, and then again, use the kit modules for boosting things, and the set gives you raw extra weapon damage. I would call it yeah, tactician's best chip in some trades and the like. But these are the 3 things. In Play Long and Prosperland, I will walk all 3 ways, and at number 1, I actually now have one toon doing exactly the thing with yeah, just let the weapon do the job, and the kit modules are extras.
You
It's
realize there's
not the
an
most effective
entire
way, but it works.
you realize there's an entire book you could write just on kit modules, right?
Um,
Or
The
sorry,
thing
kits and kits
is,
modules.
about kits and kit modules, one thing is some things get when things come out new,
Mhm.
they need 1 or 2 patches to work as intended. One sample was the Discovery Lobby rifle. The
Yes.
Discovery Lobby rifle is an excellent weapon, an excellent phaser weapon. And by the way, you can set up an excellent phaser tactician with the right stuff, playing kit-wise and so. But that phaser, even the Borg could not adapt to that weapon.
Wow.
And people started spreading word around there is a energy weapon where Borg do not adapt to. Yeah. 4 patches later or so, the Borg have been debugged and now adapt properly to that weapon. So the good old Tommy gun is back in game.
Yes. Yes.
And by the way, the Borg also learned to adapt to some other things players had not noticed yet and word had not been spread yet. So,
Uh-oh.
so yeah, the book should always, the information there should be a little bit, old information is good because then you have the how things behave and behave for a long time once the new stuff has been adapted. Are you done with mining?
Yes, I was just looking for what ships have plasma. I have 2 ships with plasma, and they're both KDF. I'm seeing if I've got a Fed ship that's got any plasma.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I will re-roll that one. Or I
Yeah.
will just play along and have fun with you. That would be good too.
Yeah, I would call for the 3 petrels now and see
That's fine.
if we get you to a spec point in the 3 petrels.
Sounds good. Give me one
That is my
sec
master
here.
plan. That is first I have some reputation dinged somehow. Ah, yes.
Do your reputation thing. I'm going to check one last thing here as I go through this. I finally am bothering to write down who's got what kind of weapons for damage.
Now, friends invite mom to team.
Hang on.
Where is mom?
Mom is between tunes. Give me one sec.
Yeah, yeah.
I want to see which tune.
The Kazan.
No. Hang on.
Radio.
Hang on.
Yeah, okay.
If we're doing spec points, I have 2 tunes who are in desperate need, and you wanted to do Federation, correct?
I would go for Federation. I
Then-
could also
no,
go
no.
for KDF.
I can do this. This tune desperately needs spec points, so this works out great.
Then I invite to team.
This is Kethja, my Jemmy, my Federation Jemmy. And he
Kethja,
is
right.
still working on developing everything, so this would be awesome to work on spec points here.
Yeah, friends, Kethja. Invite.
I have accepted. And
Yep.
this is a Polaron build on a Vanguard Heavy Destroyer. And this is definitely one that needs upgrades. Everything here is... The weapons are at 15, everything else is 12 or 13. Nothing spectacular.
Yeah, it's the Lifetime Destroyer.
Yes.
Good choice.
Yeah, it's a nice one. It's a nice ship. I will buy him a ship if I decide to keep him. I mean, I like the tune, and he's well developed at this point. But
I
11
can tell
tunes
you,
is a lot of tunes.
But destroyers are awesome. Maybe
Aren't they, Sarah?
you could make that ship, that destroyer, as permanent ship.
Oh, that would be good.
Because destroyers are so damn similar, I could build sharing is rather easily. However, now we go to petrels.
Okie dokie. What's your...
First is our ever favorite
9th rule? Did I lose you? I've lost Ed. He's there.
then we
Oh, there you are.
start.
You disappeared there.
Petrels
Got patrols.
And ninth rule.
Ready when you are.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Launch.
Launching.
Looks like there was a fight. Good to speak, Alfred. Sorry.
The Carter is ready to assist you.
Lead the way, and the Shurgat will follow. Reading a single Ferengi vessel, Marauder class.
Leave enough of their ships for now.
And now the Gnostic.
Oh, I didn't ask. Am I doing damage or just sticking around or having fun?
News and bad news.
Doing a little bit of damage to so that there is no AFK thing. You should
Okay.
do at least 1% of the damage we do.
I guarantee I'm doing at least 1%, though. Against you, in comparison to your numbers, probably not much more.
Now you care for Madron where I set up myself as an ambush.
Okay.
I'll add a cask of pre-supernova Imperial Romulan ale.
I should tell you how poorly I've done in terms of mission development on this tune. It just hit 20 brain ships. Okay, spec point. I will say the loot drop on this is pretty phenomenal today.
Lots of loot, and you should be yes.
Oh,
At some reasonable already. It's about at least one bar at the spec point thing, I guess.
oh yes, absolutely.
Okay, now we can leave here.
Mm-hmm. right, let me see. Oh, I still got tons of room in my ship. Let's make sure I'm good over there. I'm good over there. Okie dokie. So far, so good.
Okay, we are still in team now.
Mhm.
Selecting the next petrol. Another now for the hard stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's Delta Quadrant gone dark.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, launch.
Launching.
Good to see you. We want.
First a little bit warm up.
Mm-hmm.
Coming here was foolish. Now,
Ah, yes, the bottle wire.
The ship is disabled. Time to acquire their data. We have the data. And compass. Aim.
To the next.
Mm-hmm. On my way.
you're not leaving here alive.
Excellent work. Let's see what's in this ship's database. Another success.
Fire at will. Destroy the intruders.
This should be the last ship we need to scan.
Destroy them. Open fire. All weapons. We don't tolerate your kind. You pay for
We don't serve your kind.
your life.
Every now and then I think back to some of my favorite weapons, like the, I think it was a Plasma Lotus.
For Jamada, it would be probably a Polaron Lotus.
Yes, I just love the sound effect with that one.
Yes.
Take a few minutes to load up and then ping, ping, ping. Sweet.
There's no time. Expect.
Your time has passed. Get down.
Okay, many but one now. Lots of debris.
Yes. Well,
Yes. No, I hit the no, I hit the part system. I didn't mean to do that. Too many Fs in a row. Have some fun picking up loot.
That would be a cool design change, not to have the dialogue and the looting on the same button.
Yes. Yeah. Not that I need to worry about it too much. I probably don't need any more discovery. It's the only thing I've got a ton of. Let's check my phone that just went off. I will be gone on Saturday afternoon and Sunday morning this weekend. But I shall take my computer down and see if I can get a more stable connection down there. Well, that's interesting. Even though I'm not running a plasma ship, I must have something that's got plasma on it. Let's take a peek here.
The plasma damage, yes, plasma damage should be counted from team. But however,
doesn't always. That's the thing. But it must be because I got 60,000 out of my 150, and I have nothing that's generating plasma damage that I'm aware of.
maybe pets.
Yeah, that could be.
Okay, and now petrol number 3.
Okay, what one are we doing?
It's Beta Quadrant again, the good old rescue and search.
Okay,
3, 2, 1, launch.
launching.
Good to see you, my friend. We can.
That rift's unstable. We need to hurry, or those ships won't make it.
Klingon vessels are warping into your position.
Thank you. Truly. Our systems are.
That's one less rift to worry
And
about.
now, time for the shooting range.
Yay!
Bad news, I'm afraid. Klingons are approaching our position.
Yeah. Klingons. Pfft. Give me something interesting. I hate that thing.
Viral impulse burst?
Yes.
Yeah, the good old engineering team. And now they have somehow disabled my weapons by that damn enter commander or whatever. It's, yeah. They're the bad guys, so why play them sympathetic or friendly?
I suppose I should go back and watch that series because I never did figure it out. I don't know if it ever ended that story arc, if it ever resolved. Obviously, it didn't stick with me because I didn't pay attention to it. Wow.
Let's deal with Spec.
I always go into this mentally with the economics of sending that many ships into a situation and losing them all.
Yes, that
I think we got enough stuff here.
checkpoint during the petrol, and now I'm 2/3 for the next spec point.
I'm almost on the next spec point. Got one during. Okay, now I'm out of inventory space. Not what I meant to do.
Oh, let's have a look into inventory. Yeah, I have some space, but yeah, usually you could say, okay, do the 3 petrols and then clean inventory and
If I had picked up all
How
the
is
stuff
it
we did on
timed?
that first one, there'd be no room left, and then some.
yeah, you could. Okay, it's 10 minutes now for the first one to be back from cooldown, so
Wow.
you can chip in some turn in loot, chip in an extra petrol, and then go on the high grade stuff again. Given the case that damage works. In a slower DPS ship, I have to do a little bit more petrols because I kill fewer ships.
Well, that works out nicely, though, if you partner up with somebody who's got some high DPS so you don't spend a ton of time on it.
Yeah.
So that's a great combination. Well, Ed, I should go get ready for work and go. Oh, hold on. Let me check my time. I think I've still got a half an hour before I can do, GeoBrain Network again. What is wrong with me today? 1 cup of coffee is what's wrong with me.
Yeah, 1 cup of coffee is
Oh, I still have
tea.
45 minutes. I can't do this till 7:15. Ugh.
Okay. Katrina will bail out.
Well, I'm going to go make some coffee, get dressed, get ready for work. By then, I should be ready to do my event for the day. So I'm going to end this event here. We've got 6 people out there watching. Hi, everybody out there.
Hello.
Hello. So that was awesome today, Ed. Thank you so much. And let's see. Let's look at those spec points here. All right. I finished command. I haven't started intelligence. Miracle worker. I'm working on miracle. Nope, miracle worker is done. Pilot's done. Wow. Temporal operative. And I have 2 spec points to use, so yay. That worked out well. Yay. All right, I have cleaned out my spec points. And I need, for my next spec point, 75,980. So not bad. That's doable. Well, Ed, thanks so much. I really appreciate the information, but more importantly, I appreciate you hanging out with me for an hour this morning.
But it's have chat and it's a cool way to start the day. Have
It
a nice
sure
chat
is.
and shoot things.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Finest way to start the day. Well, thanks, Ed, for joining me. I will be we'll be back tomorrow night at I think 9:30, and then Wednesday morning at 5:30, Friday morning at 5:30, Saturday morning at 5:30, and it's
I think we will meet in your mornings at least.
yes, the late ones at night are kind of tough, and they're tough on me, and I can imagine what they'd be like for you. This Thursday will be the last movie for 2 weeks. We're going to see Star Trek V, The Final Frontier, so join us for a lot of laughs. And then we'll take next Thursday off from playing Star Trek because it is Thanksgiving here in the States. And I will be in turkey coma by that time, and I'm not going to try and figure out a movie.
Turkey coma, okay.
But it's not that I eat that much on Thanksgiving, because I don't, but I cook all the food, and by the time we've eaten and done all the dishes and I've sent everybody home, it might only be 8 at night, but I am too tired to do anything. And speaking of, I have to start doing my grocery shopping one of these days to get all ready for this. Fortunately, we're only having 6 people over, so it will be quiet. So, Ed, thanks a lot. I'm going to log off here. Thanks to everybody who is out there listening.
To be here.
Hey, it's always great to talk to you.
These mornings.
You guys have a great day out there, and we will see you tomorrow night. Take care. Bye.
Goodbye.